Hey, it's Lady Jaay. Now I know you're wondering what I did to get my hair this long. Today I'll be telling you the 10 things that I did to grow my hair 10 inches long. So y'all, first things first, get your tea or a Coke and a bag of chips because it's story time. So sis, let me tell you the story, how this all got started. Check this out. Now, I wanted to color my hair, right? I love honey blonde. So I went to the store and I bought a box of honey blonde hair coloring. I forgot the name of the coloring that I used. But anyway, I brought it home, I took it, and I colored my hair with it, right? Didn't come out right. It was too light. I wanted that orange, like glowy, you know, that kind of reddish blonde. Didn't happen. So I said, okay, I'll wait 2 weeks, you know, and I'll put some more color in it. So I waited 2 weeks, and I went and bought another box of, I think it was Ultra Sheen or some kind of sheen hair coloring to put in my hair. So I put that in. So I was like, oh yeah, it's getting there now. I like the color, but guess what? It was like a checkerboard. I parted my hair down the middle, and y'all know how y'all had those 4 sides where you color your hair? Well, this was light, still light. This one was medium. This one was dark red, and this one just was all red. I was like, oh no, can't happen. Looking real ugly about now. I know you guys are saying, okay sis, that's enough. You don't need no more hair color. You about to be bald head. And guess what? Y'all, you're right. I went and bought some Ultra Blue because I said, forget it. It didn't come out right. I'm just going to make it all blonde. So I went and bought the Ultra Blue. I went and bought the Ultra Blue from Sally's Beauty Supply store, right? I came home and put that in my hair. So I was like, oh yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. And it was all golden and yellowish, you know, just golden sunlight. So I said, well, I need a touch up. So I said, well, I need to wait 4 weeks before I put anything else in my hair like a chemical. So I waited 4 weeks, right? And oh boy, y'all not gonna believe this. Soon as she started doing the touch up, of course she gave me the 4 squares again. You know how you go and get your hair done and they do one side at a time. She started doing this side, you know, with her little brush. She started putting the relaxer in. And she was like, you sure you didn't do anything? I was like, no, nothing. So she went ahead and did this side. Then she was like, okay. Then she did this side. And then by the time she got up to do the top, she started working back on this side again. And then when she started getting the brush, she was like, I know you're not going to believe this. She was like, but your hair is coming out. I'm like, what? So I was like, what am I going to tell my hubby when I get home? Because I come in here with long hair and suddenly I'm looking like a boy, like with no hair. And I was like, oh my God. She's like, the hairstylist was like, well, do you want me to call your husband and tell him for you? I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I said, because all my hair is... I'm like, ma'am, I'm not blaming you. I say, I know it's my fault. But let me tell you guys, do not try to put color in your hair yourself unless you are a professional. Take it from me. I did it and I ended up with no hair, and I had to end up doing the big chop because all of my hair fell out. When I left the salon that day, I didn't have no hair. I had about 3 inches of hair on my head because she actually had to cut it all off because this side right here was like this. So she was like, ma'am, you can't leave out of here with that much hair. All of this whole patch was so short. I was like, you know what? I said, just cut it off. I said, I don't know how I'm going to explain this when I get home, y'all. I was crying all the way home. I didn't know what to tell my husband when I got in the door. So I called him on the phone before I got home and told him what happened. And he was like, honey, it's okay. I love you just the same if you had no hair, if you had long hair. Just be careful next time. He was like, but I kind of told you to stop while you were ahead and you kept right on. But lesson learned. Ladies, go to a professional, especially when you're trying to get high platinum blonde hair, I don't mean platinum, but anything like a honey blonde, a strawberry blonde, please go to a salon and let the professionals do it, because it's a lesson learned when you don't know what you're doing. So after she cut my hair, it was 4 inches long. Here are the before pictures after my bad experience. So she ended up cutting the color out of my hair. And these are my after pictures that you might have seen on Instagram or Facebook. So let's get into the 10 tips. First was the big chop. So I did the big chop, and the reason why was because my hair looked like a checkerboard. And I knew that once I got home, I was not going to be able to do anything to my hair to bring it back to the rightful condition that it was before. So I just wanted to start all over, and so I just chopped it all off. That was my best bet. Second, do your research before you start anything. That way you will not make any more mistakes or bigger mistakes than you did before, because that was the whole reason why you did the big chop, because of a mistake. I went on YouTube because I had no idea how to really take care of my hair when I put that color in my hair. I really didn't even recognize that I was a curly girl until I got my hair chopped off, and that it just curled straight to my head. So I said, I see these girls on YouTube and they're doing all these hair videos, and I said, I want to learn how to get my hair long like theirs. So I learned how to do several things with my hair, like twist out, but that'll go on in my tips as we go on. But definitely, once you do that big chop and you want healthy hair, definitely do your research. It's priceless. Tip number 3, hair mask. That is so important, ladies. Use a hair mask on your head. Now, once you shampoo your hair and then you use your regular conditioner, you want to use something a little bit heavier to put on your hair. Something that's very creamy, healthy, something that you can put a plastic cap on and sit maybe for 30 minutes under the dryer, so that the nutrients can get into your hair, the hair follicles, the hair strands, to make them healthy. So the hair mask will repair damaged hair. It gets into the hair shaft, all of your lovely strands, and once you start getting accustomed to using a hair mask, believe me, you never want to go without one. So every time you shampoo, don't forget to use your hair mask. Tip number 5, wash and go. Wash and goes are very good because all of us are busy, and it's just a time saver. Wash your hair, put your products in, and you're ready to go. Tip number 6, I did not use any heat in my hair for 2 years. So that's very important, not to use any heat while you're on your hair journey in the process of trying to get your locks back or your length back. 7, always sleep in a silk bonnet at night. It keeps your hair from breaking off and snagging on the pillow. Self-explanatory. Number 8, I use all natural products, paraben free, such as Shea Moisture. I got it down here on my little note. I got Shea Moisture, Carol's Daughter, Miss Jessie's, or whatever you prefer, but just make sure it's paraben free. Tip number 9, the inversion method. I know you guys think that it doesn't work, but I have been using it, and you can see the results that I have. So yes, that's a good one. So all you would do is put oil in your hair, massage it, and you flip your hair over like this, bringing your head back up very slightly after 3 minutes so that you don't get drunk and fall all over the place. And that's it. You do it 3 days out of the week. Tip number 10, very useful. Hair vitamins help me on my journey. I use biotin. I also use the Nature Valley Skin, Hair, and Nails vitamins. So that's another thing you want to make sure that you do every day, is to take your vitamins. One last bonus tip that works for me, and it'll work for you too. Spritz your hair every night with water. Don't forget, it's very important. Of course, only when it's in a protective style, because you would want to spritz your hair like this every day, then it will be back frizzy again. So make sure you spritz it every night before you go to bed while it's natural. Not while it's straight, only when it's natural. So guys, thank you so much for joining me on my 10 tips and how I grew my hair long. If you like this video, please push subscribe, like, and share. Don't forget to hit the notification button down there and like this video. So I'll see you guys in my next video. This is Lady Jaay. Bye.
why.